Welcome. Here's a video for Robert. He was talking yesterday about waste, and this is my aquaponics setup. So I have tons of fish here, and the waste is dumped into the sump, and some part of the waste is going to the grow bed, and that will be a nutrient for the plant growth. But I also polish the water with from fine detritus and stuff, and I collect that into a reactor vessel, so microbial fuel cell, and it produces a voltage potential from fermenting biomass. And I followed also up some electrode stuff with manganese oxide as cathode, and it enhances a lot of the voltage potential. From here we get like 28 milliamps, could be more if I have better clips or something here. Better connection. 36 milliamps output. And it also what I noticed this summer is that there was a lot of algae growth. Normally I had MFCs with a lid on it, but this time I have just an open vessel. And also the potential voltage went up because algae produces a lot of oxygen that is very nice for an air breathing cathode to do the other half reaction. So we get a lot of oomph out of this vessel. This is steady amp flow. It's not much, but still it's like 24/7 you got a lot of oomph. And this is just like a prototype. But outside I have here for the voltage, it just drained a lot, but you can see the voltage is climbing up, so it's recharging itself continuously. So now I thought, if I can combine this world and this world in optimal spacing, maybe I can do some fun stuff where we can do sewage treatment or fish pool demineralization. So I came up with this idea to make a tube in a tube, and this is my first 3D printed membrane, because we need to divide those worlds from each other. But a 3D printed membrane is not so acting like a membrane, so we were looking at terracotta, and we finally came out to ceramic water filter. It's like a standard 10-inch unit you can buy, it's very cheap. And then we fill them up in the inner core with a graphite filled, whatever. So, and then we have like the inner core is like covered with this, hooked up with a titanium wire or bar, whatever it is, to prevent galvanic corrosion. The other side we also adapted to manganese oxide by giving it a thermal hydrothermal treatment, 90 degrees for 8 hours, something like that. And then we have the optimal cathode for the oxygen reduction rate of the or I don't know what it is. And then we have this like we end up like something like this. It's a little bit moisture, you can't see ideally what it is, but so it's the outside of the membrane covered with the manganese oxide graphite felt. And then we put it in a tube or in a vessel, and then the inside we fill up with fish poo, like very dirty water. It's like this, brown water, black water. Yeah, like a sample here. And we feed it up because they're hungry, and then we have the same effect as over there, and this is my dome. Anyway, if you hook it up from here, give me a cable. This outside is plus, and this black cable. Let's give the pool a little bit of space over here. It's minus. Hook it up, and we got 732 millivolts for this one, and it's just a ceramic, and these are two ceramics combined into one tube. So we have a tube in a tube, so it could be easy to mass fabricate and upscale it, and then cut down the costs. So, and then we have like maybe a point where we are profitable with the energy produced. This one is producing also a nice amount of energy. It's also like 30 milliamps, but it's declining rapidly compared with the other one. Might be some thing going on there, but it's really different. The difference is like this is one is smaller reactor vessel than the one over there, but it gives enough oomph. You can also improve interconnect with the current collector and the electrodes. It's more like prototype, and you see the voltage also going up from here. Now if you hook it up from this one to this one, we get the same. Well, this one has a little bit lower voltage at the moment, but it also produces power. I didn't have enough titanium wire, so I have to do better connection. It's like a loose bar, so if we shuffle around we can have loads of more, so there's more potential in there, inside of there. But I'm waiting for more titanium wire. But anyway, if we do if we connect them together in parallel, then we can charge our supercap like this, and maybe one more wire. Let's see. Let's do this one first. Yep. And put this one over here. Come on. Hoppa. So, put this in the minus. Oh, shortcutting. This one is the minus. This is the plus. I need a tripod. Come on. Okay. With supercap we have like I need to do this better. Like it was something like 650. I need a better crocodile clip. I have a lot of moisture over here, so we are destroyed very rapidly. So when they get wet with poo. Yeah, let's take this one over here. It's also a really weird one, but maybe we can connect it. Okay. You go over here, and we have like $500 in the supercap. And it should be more. Oh yeah, we shortcut it all. And then we can discharge the supercap for more amp. So we can charge over the day 24/7 the supercapacitor, and then yeah, it's like 1 amp, could be more if I connect the other one better here. So it's also a little bit of playing with more interconnect, and it's optimizing what is going on here. but that's the part of the supercap, so we can discharge it at maybe 1 watt or whatever. And then we have like a small unit, and the idea is to build up maybe a hectare full of these units, so we can produce the water treatment that is producing electricity, and it also releases the carbon dioxide that is seeping through the membrane and is delivering it through the algae that is doing photosynthesis with it. And then maybe you can see the bubbles rising. There are a lot of bubbles rising everywhere. Let's see. Can we get a sharp image? And so it's also like a CO2 scrubber if we pump in CO2 from the atmosphere. It's also a closed loop system in the end, but we might provide some off-gassing directly into the algae zone, so it can absorb the CO2 easier, combined with some bicarbonates to balance off the reaction with good acid-based stuff going on there. The other side of the algae production is like logarithmic growth, so we can produce biomass in a rapidly phase. We produce once a day or 4 times a day. So we can, the harvest numbers are like 4.2 or 2 to up to 6 to 6.4 ton per hectare a day of biomass production, which can be turned into fish feed by giving it to small critters like water fleas or something. So you provide a nutrient stream back into a farm or something, or you can turn it back into bioplastics and create more cells, or you can turn it into bio oil fuels, diesel, kerosene, hydrogen, methane gas, stuff like that. And also from the carbon that's left over, we could be able to grow some carbon nanotubes or whatever, biographene, stuff like that, or biocharcoal. So we can multiply the whole setup, lower costs even more. And a byproduct is also cleared water, so the cod and bot load, organic load, is less. If you have X amount of retention time to the whole system with the surface area and the load of what's going in and stuff like that. So yeah, I see great potential in sludge, poo. It's like it's the new gold, man. And yeah, the Romans were right with the latrines. They were the lighthouses of the century, man. But these could be the new latrines, the green ones. So if you like this little bit tour of my setup and adventure into generating power out of sludge, poo, and growing algae in the same time. The nutrients also leach through membrane, we think. So it's not that bacteria or viruses can go through, but we see maybe some osmotic ion-based travel. So these tubes get greener every day. So now I need to find some. I need to work harder to make a little setup to have some like more tubes of these, and then have a little bit of harvested output and a shit input, and then we can calculate some measurements over time with sunlight, temperature, atmospheric pressure, pull in, pull out, clear water, algae harvest, momo, stuff like that. So yeah. This is my input to poo. Hope you like it. I like your channel too.